Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
Where's
you're
that?
on YouTube
It's like,
now.
yeah,
Oh, is it
you're welcome.
okay?
Thank you.
I don't see what window I have open.
For today, it looks like we have two strong options. So
No,
let's do
that's
it.
coming from somebody else. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. Thanks for navigating that start with us. Too many tabs are open. This is the first edition of GameChanger live coding, featuring some of our friends from the GameChanger team. I'm so excited to be branching out in this way. We're going to do this every Tuesday for the foreseeable future at 14:30 UTC. And so drop by if you're interested. All the links you need are at gimbalabs.com/calendar and at plutuspbl.io/live calendar or live coding. And I'll drop those links into the chat. But without further ado, I know that Quasar and Adriano have a getting started presentation for us. What's up, guys?
Not much, James. Adriana, go ahead, please, sir.
No, go you ahead.
We're going to definitely get started. If I can, I would just like to say it's a real pleasure to be here. Maybe for actually, I was going to ask Adriano to if he wanted to say hello in Spanish or anything, but I'm not going to do that because he hasn't spoken to a human in so long. His Spanish and English both are about on the same level, and that's, you know, just good enough. It's all we need. But Adriano, man, what a beautiful wallet. Not a wallet. What a beautiful workshop. What a beautiful tool, machine shop, factory, crypto press that you built here with GameChanger. And I am very excited to go into some things today. Actually, a lot of things, but we'll hit some really close detail with that. Edgy, anything you'd like to say before I jump into stuff?
Thanks you for always being, helping, and joining this crazy path, right? And thanks, James and Gimbal, for this opportunity. It's amazing to be here. I'm so happy to be sharing this news, actually, of the wallet development and the stage where we are right now with all of you. I mean, Cardano community in general, but especially Gimbal Labs, because the nature of Gimbal Labs, because what Gimbal Labs is the greatest place to learn Cardano. So if we can help a bit more on that regard, not just maybe learning, but also now we can say more specifically building and materializing our dreams, our goals in a more maybe easy or straight way. So thanks a lot for this opportunity, and hope you all like it, like the new version of the wallet, what you can be doing with it. And if not, let us know, and we will learn, and we will grow, and we will finally do it. So thanks, and let's this crazy thing begin.
All right, everyone. Countdown to commencement will begin shortly. Before we do that, I did throw the list on the Miro board. I moved that over of some of the options that we have to discuss today. And believe it or not, we can discuss them all in complete, full detail in one sentence, and you'll know GameChanger inside and out with one sentence. Let's freaking go. That's it. That's the sentence. So before we get into coding or anything, I'd really love to find out how many people have a wallet on chain, a GameChanger wallet that they can jump into and do this with us collectively. I'll be sharing, adding my wallet to the screen so we can see some stuff. Adriana's going to do the same. That's for a regular wallet, the current on-chain live mainnet version. Secondly, who all has a pre-prod, who has the beta, the pre-prod. I'd like to seriously, if we can, organize that for, just so we know, because we want to sign people up for the beta. So transactions that you may be doing, you're getting, you know, an incentivization through it, through testnet coins, helps us track stuff, and then we can really start doing more work together, transactions peer-to-peer, and forgive me for jerking the screen like that. But with that, where is the best place for us to maybe self-identify if we have a pre-prod or a live wallet? I am going to suggest that one of these purple stickies, if you've currently used GameChanger, let's throw it up here if you'll write your name on it and do that. So I'm Quasar. I'm Quasar here, and I have this. So I know I'm using your board exactly as it's not designed. So we're going to make do with it for the time being. So this is current. You currently have a GameChanger wallet. Currently you're doing transactions all the way. And if you don't have one, just write your name on a sticky and leave it outside the box. Because we are going to build this box, put a hole in it, make it larger, get you in the box, and get you experiencing Cardano in a different way, and also show you how you can get access to Plutus, to all the hard stuff, to DAOs, to multi-sigs, to a new asset class, a disk NFT, you know, the domain specific language of GameChanger script. So, all right, so everybody up there has a wallet. Now down at the bottom, if you have a pre-prod, let's add our name there. I've added a GameChanger and hard fork up at the top. I have both, you know, I have two wallets, one Quasar that I do business with as Quasar, and then I have one for the hard fork cafe. That's a business or commercial wallet. So I have to have both of those on pre-prod and mainnet. So I'm going to add that here. All right. And if you, I would like to see more people without a wallet at this point. However, I'm excited to see how many people actually already have a wallet. It's pretty cool. Okay. And then after this, I'm going to suggest that we take a look at one of the hidden features or less utilized features of GameChanger, which is to use the referral code. So instead of our names up here, we could just go to our wallets and then boom, mint out the QR code. That is actually the referral code doesn't do a QR code, does it, Adriana?
Can you say it again? If the QR code,
the referral code. Yep. The link.
What? Yeah, both are separate things, the referral and any QR code. Yeah. I mean, okay, what do you mean? If you actually can code the link, the referral link on a QR code?
Right. I was going to suggest that we use the earn feature in the game changer, and I'm going to go ahead and bring a wallet up so we can look at it and create a QR code. However, we know that it creates this link. We can just take that link and put it in our name. So let me just grab my wallet and give you an example of it. And this is really, really shallow coding. So we're going live coding. This is quasar coding right here. Like this is going to be great. I love what I'm about to do because I've wondered, like, what's the best way to do this? And I'm just going to move this little guy right there for the time being, until I get this wallet up on screen. All right, so what I'm doing right now is taking the referral code for the Hard Fork Cafe. I use it more often than not because it's a business, I treat it as a business. So I'm going to just zoom in here to the herd fork. We're going to retype it, Hard Fork QR referral. And now, can you do this on a sticky? Yeah, boom. I'm going to insert this link right there. So what have I just done? I've created a referral link on a sticky note. So if anybody goes and opens that, they're going to generate it'll create a wallet for them. It will be a burner wallet at first, but it will include a referral fee or whatever we'd like to call it of 5%. Dude, everybody's not going to want to use it. It's not for everybody, but for those of you that want to test it out, what could we do with this referral link? If you met more than 5 NFTs or more than one at a time, a small part of those transaction fees would go back to the referrer. So everyone could do this. We create a network of wallets that just are referrals and see a circular economy in action. So that's the housekeeping that I was looking to begin with. At this time, I'd like to open it up for some questions, if anybody has any.
Yes.
Yes, Quasar and Adriano. First, Quasar, my apologies. I mean, you are an awesome moderator. I just know that you have your style. I love it. By the way.
Well,
first,
why are you apologizing?
No, because I said, oh, are you sure about it?
oh no, I
No,
love it.
not
Thank
at all.
you.
Okay. The other thing that I think that it would be great to start from bottom up. Not all of us know Game Changer, and it would be awesome to have an introduction, just opening a wallet. And what do you think about that, Adriano? Would be that too elementary?
It depends on the majority. Actually, the idea was to actually vote what topics to cover and the priority around them, like on the usual PPBL sessions on Game Labs. So once you maybe arrange this initial setup, if everyone follows, we can go right ahead to picking the topics and go right straight directly to to whatever topics you want to discuss today.
Good point.
Just
Yes.
if you want to like poke the topics, like pick the topics, you have them on the upper sticky notes. Those are the initial topics, but everyone can bring the topics they want to discuss. So yeah, or do. I mean, these are live coding sessions. The idea was to not just talk about them, but play with these topics, do something around them. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Juan, thank you for bringing that up as well. I totally agree with your approach or your suggestion there. So we're going to do that in just a moment. And I put the mainnet wallet up here. I wish I would have labeled this. And here's the thing with GameChanger: you're going to want to learn to label stuff properly and keep some pretty good records, especially once we get to burner wallets, gift wallets, and express wallets. So if you don't have a wallet, I'm going to bring my mainnet wallet over into the screen real quick. Okay, and so that referral link that I just created and added to the text down here, that came from this wallet right here, this hard fork wallet. And I use the Hard Fork Cafe as a place to take donations, to support projects, to do a lot of other things, to support Catalyst. So how do you create this referral link? Go here, hit earn, and then boom, you copy and paste it, or you copy it and then you could share that with someone. Now, the other option, let's just say that people are like, I don't want a referral and I don't want to use it that way. Then you can go to the homepage of GameChanger, which I'll show you, and then you can send that, send a link. You can open, create wallet right there on the website, and also join the beta right there on the website. So I'll bring that up in just a moment. Now, if you do not have a wallet, if you want to create one with the referral part, and this is really for mainnet stuff, I wouldn't really ask that you do it with mainnet. I would ask that you entertain it with the pre-prod and testnet. Okay, so this is that link. I'm going to drop one for the pre-prod in just a moment. And actually, here is the pre-prod wallet, if we can here. Yep. Okay, so HFQ, Hard Fork, Gimbal Labs, GameChanger, bringing live coding sessions to you every day and night, 24/7. There's a question about a burner wallet. What is a burner wallet? So I'm in one now, and before we go back to this Hard Fork, here I want to just read what this is. This is a wallet. It's quite popular in Ethereum and other chains, inspired by the Burner Collective. So their website is Burner Collective, or burnerwallet.co. It's a collective, and it's a way to just simply create a wallet that is in your browser. That there's some security in it within the cache or the storage. And Adriano, I'll ask you to add more details to that. But ultimately, once you clear your cookies, that wallet is gone. So it's a beginning point and then move on, or it's an absolute ending point. I'm going to leave that right there. So we're going to go back over here to the Hard Fork. That's this wallet's. Okay. Now I'm going to move this back to where it was, reset my screens, and see if we have. I'm going to add the referral to the from the Hard Fork beta. So here's the difference. I'm going to show you a little update from V1 to V2. Here's V1, earn. This is how you would get access to that link for those of you that have a wallet now. All right, we're going to go back, and it's not a large difference, but if you look at the thumbnail here, we've got dark text. The light text is your beta wallet. So if you're going to be joining us in a lot of testing, you're going to want to use browser-based wallets, different coding, different accounts. So back to the referral, the earn, it is right here. I'm going to copy that and then share it. So you can do that to open up a wallet. And then lastly, I'm going to drop the link to GameChanger Finance and show you where to go and get that one. Okay. Let's bring that over while I do a little bit of work here. So this is the main GameChanger site. I'm going to drop the link in chat. And from there, you've got a couple of options. You can click on Go to Wallet, create a fresh one. You could click on the referral link, also create a fresh one. You can hit the preview testnet for the current version. And then also, here's the fun part, the beta version with all the bells and whistles. So with that, I'm going to stop and take a look at some of these questions and drop this link here. So Adriano, anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, whenever you guys are ready, we can
Vote.
start on the topics. Yeah, it's
All
okay.
right.
Here's
Okay. Okay. I am pretty much ready, I do believe.
okay. So let's well, anyone that wants to follow this referral dynamics, let's please go ahead, go doing it while we start with the with the next thing, so we can move this forward. So remember, on the upper part of this middle board, you have the topics that we can be covering on these live sessions. Specifically, I would ask to pick the topics you want to to discuss, to review, to play with for today's session. And the way you can do it is by moving or cloning these stickies into the breakout room box or the session box of today's session. And then we are going to be voting for the topic, so we can focus on and put some priorities on them. And please, if you want to cover new topics, go ahead, create new stickies. That's the idea. The sooner we we choose the topics for today, we can start. Hugh, do you want to guide them?
I do not.
Like an example?
I do not, because I will tell them to go straight to DAO operations to create, a dozen multi-sigs, all with each delegated to different wallets. I will have an influence on everyone, but I will guide some of the decision making if I can.
That's a good example, a good point. For example, for that kind of topics, we should be discussing some dependencies, some topics before reaching those. So it's okay, we can do that. But remember, we're not going to maybe go straight ahead to those big topics without first going through some other minor topics. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if that's what you want, guys and girls, let's do it.
So I personally added the QR code and the types of wallets because that's a nice, easy one to get an understanding of, and really one of the most significant ones, one of the most important ones, one that we hope that you will carry the information that we share with you to your friends, your family, strangers, neighbors, anybody, when you're onboarding them. We've created a wallet that you can onboard a stranger with no password, no mnemonics, and no liability, as long as people understand that what this is and how to create a more secure wallet. This is an onboarding wallet, for people. It's more than that, but it's really powerful tool that way.
Okay. We are doing the voting outside the
Oh,
breakout
yeah.
room.
Where do you guys vote? Adriana and I had been playing with it in the breakout room itself, because we can do 3 breakout rooms if we just choose 3 topics. I know I could take one. Adriana could take one, but we're going to leave it. We're going to toss it back to the crowd and to the host, James, and viewers. What do you think?
I would vote to do a unique session today. Maybe we can start having multiple breakout rooms on the next ones. But yeah, just to get started, right? To get in sync with the most basic or important topics, and then we can move forward and start specializing ourselves or being curious around certain topics.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm hearing from Quasar like some really good ideas about things that might seem at first to be too big to cover right away. Concepts of how we're going to bring this to our families and onboard people, or it sounds like all of the native DAO functionality that's here. In early sessions, I wouldn't worry about being too advanced, right? You can give people something to wonder about. And if you show us something that's a little beyond what we understand right now, then all of us can show up with even better questions and ideas for breakout rooms next week.
Cool.
okay. This was GameChanger script. I did not add this. I thought it was the QR code one. I'm hearing from James to go hit the hotspot. Am I hearing some DAO operations, that demo? Because that will actually cover how to set up a wallet. And this is where I was. And the wallet types, this is almost embedded in the user experience itself. So who did anyone else add GC script syntax to code? Because I mean, that is a good one, and it's an advanced one. I thought it was the wallet types. That's why I moved it. Okay, so here I'm going to kick it back and say, if we can get 3 or 4 items in the breakout room, then we'll do the vote. How's that sound, James and Adriana, or Steve, or Randall, or Roberto?
Yeah.
I don't want to be, I can't help but be what I am. And I'm kind of a dummy about this. What I get is you've created some functionality that lets you do a whole long list of things. And I think I'm sorry. I don't know how many meetings I've been with you, Adriano, but I don't understand it. And I'm wondering if perhaps if you've created a method that lets you spin off all of these different possibilities, then I would appreciate, and maybe people who are watching the video at some point would appreciate how that's possible, and you know how all of these different possibilities, you know, and you know, one by one, you know, like as we go through this series of live coding sessions, you know, like how these can really help the community, because I feel like I'm playing connect the dot, but I don't even see the dots, you know, and I'm having a hard, I've always had a hard time with GameChanger in that way. And I think it's my problem. I think it's my fault, but I don't know if other people feel that way. I'm just sharing my perspective here, and don't do anything just because of me. I think, you know, it's just what I can contribute.
It's a good point, Steve. Thanks for sharing it. And yes, we should maybe do an introduction of how these all topics are being discussed on a wallet product, on a wallet related session, and not exactly on, I don't know, maybe a DApp live coding session. Why we are discussing this kind of features on a wallet side, maybe basis. For example, maybe that's the thing that is hard to understand from GameChanger, maybe, Steve. So yeah, we're going to have like an introduction before jumping into specifics. But yeah,
Right.
if everyone is with Steve with that kind of very important doubts around GameChanger and want and everyone agrees, we can of course vote for that sticky. Someone please create that sticky. And let's go for it with a very nice introduction around what GameChanger is and how it relates to all these features, and how are these features possible. If it's okay, I don't know. What do you think, guys?
I think we can do it this way, Adriano. I think I can actually do some coding, which would be creating a gift wallet, a gift from the hard fork to this session, and then sharing that code, show how that works. That will also allow us to do the setup, the wallet itself. And it'll, I think, maybe allow you to prepare us for looking at how some of the more complex things are going on. You know, I mean, setting up the wallet's not that hard, I don't believe.
Okay. Please, I don't want to be deciding anything here. Guys, this session is yours. So speak, vote, interact. What do you want us to cover and in what order? I can, like always, start from scratch with a nice intro, or we can go ahead with the wallets and then start doing some stuff.
I just like Adriano, I just think that, you know, this is a toy for many of us, or actually for many of us that know the product, the wallet since the start, but it's still many new features and the new UI and all that. It's like having a toy and unpacking it, and we know all the things that can be done with it, but we have seen them doing it, but we don't know how to do it, and we want to go and start playing with it without reading the manual. I think the key to really digest and to feel like, gee, I'm learning about it, is start from the bottom. Start from just the basic setup, use, and all that. And gee, I just can't wait to start playing with DAOs and scripts with GameChanger. I just can. But I know that my public is not always as knowledgeable, and so it's always good to have the basics.
So here's what I recommend. We could actually do the 2 different breakout rooms, or we could vote on the GC script with the syntax and that one and the DAOs, and then I can do the wallet types, the onboarding, the gift. That we could split it if we'd like to do that. Because I agree with Juan and Steve. Like Steve doesn't get it. And I love Steve and I want him to get it. I want him to onboard people. And I want you guys to see the differences. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Good evening. You can
Hi,
hear
Sonny.
me? Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So I already opened the GameChanger wallet basically, and I'm quite interested with what the facility and everything, especially about the playground I see there. But anyway, for my side, I just waiting for the GC script. What you will this one, right? You will deliver, right? But for time being, I think the best way is what I agree with what Yuan said, that we need to know what is the beautiful of the GameChanger itself, rather than just directly jumping to the GC script without anything, without we know what is the GameChanger itself. Yeah, this is my point. Thank you.
Adrian, I'm going to let you take that, but I'm going to ask you to limit it to 2 sentences or 1 powerful sentence.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, wait. I lost a bit of what Sonny was saying. Because I don't know, it was like going too fast because of some audio stuff. So please, can you synthesize the idea?
Yeah.
Very sorry.
So GameChanger, what is it? It is a web wallet in the URL. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to go to Apple. You don't have to go to Google. You don't have to go to whatever third party is going to be in your way to download something. We're going away from asking permission and we're doing it. So number 1, that's one of its most unique features. It's a progressive web app. GameChanger is amazing to experience both on desktop and phone, and just save the icon to your phone. So number 1, it lives in the internet, not the browser like all these other ones. So number 1, it's just a wallet that's web-based, not browser-based. Is that the right way to say that, Adrian?
Well, it is browser-based, but I get your idea, and it's quite.
It's not an
correct.
extension. Yeah, it's not extension-based.
Yes,
That's
exactly. It's not a browser extension solution. It's a progressive web app. It's a web page, actually, like any other wallets of this kind. And this means that we can load it on open this wallet on any device that has a browser, right? Not just desktop. Can be on mobile. And you know very well, Q, that it has been opened and embedded on other crazy devices, like even a smart fridge, or the some specialized hardware that embeds this wallet, like Cardano Totem, this project that is a project co-proposed between GameChanger and M2 Tech of Martin Meniers. That many of you know him already. So yeah.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. Like I was not planning to do this, and I hadn't done it before, but just I was in the browser, right here, in the browser, and I went to install it, download it as the PWA. So I went over here, and then hit install GameChanger, and it actually, boom, this is what the installed version looks like. So pretty awesome.
That's the standalone version on desktop.
Yeah,
On
standalone
mobile,
version on
you-
desktop.
Yeah, on mobile you have the icon on your, available as another
Yeah.
application, but actually it's not installed as you say, Q. It's not installed from any application store. It's requiring much less resources. So it's nice for onboarding. It's nice for having a quick maybe wallet to just open and use and interact with the web. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should I go to the URL intro like always?
If yes, but 1 second, right after I finish this. So this is on mainnet. I've got 5 wallets in here. We've got a gift wallet that I put stuff in that usually has a Disco Solaris. Here's one from the Cabaret. Here's Hard Fork, but everything's going to go to a default wallet. This is the burner wallet. This is where you want to make sure that you're sweeping funds from, because of what Adriano is going to tell you about the URL, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm the explanation I always give around this wallet is that okay, it's a web wallet. It's a progressive web app, so it's different. It's a different. It's different from inside. Versus other kind of wallets, like for example browser extension wallets. So the way to communicate with this wallet is a bit different than the way we are used to. For example, when you are on the app and you have this button that says connect wallet and you click that button and then a browser extension pops up, a browser extension wallet pops up, namely, I don't know, Nami, Flint, for example, these well-known wallets around the ecosystem. So this is not GameChanger. GameChanger does this communication with the world in a different way, because it's web. It's a web app. It's a website, actually, a web page. The basic way GameChanger communicates with the world is with URLs, with links. Okay, pretty much like the old Web 2 era applications used to do. This does not mean that GameChanger is less web-free or is less capable of doing some stuff. In fact, in these live sessions, you're going to discover that we are pretty much able to do whatever other wallets are doing and even much more, because the way we connect with the wallet, this URL technique, allow us to do much more stuff around how we connect with the wallet and around regarding how we give orders to the wallet. This means GameChanger speaks a different language to connect with the world, and this means that GameChanger is able to connect with the world just speaking a different language. GameChanger is able to do pretty much everything other wallets can do, and maybe even much more, just in a different way. Okay, and this different way, you always can watch the world with two kind of opinions, positive or negative. So you can say, hey, GameChanger cannot connect like any other wallet on the ecosystem, so let's discard it. Or you can say, okay, let's see what GameChanger has to offer us, why they are speaking a different language, why they are different. And there are a lot of reasons, but what I can say right now, very quickly, is that by using URLs, by using links to communicate the wallet with the world, allows you to have a real fire-ready wallet on your hands. Why I say this is no smoke, selling smoke, I mean. This is because you can actually, with links, the most common thing you can see on the web, that you can share them, you know, on any chat application, you can share them on social media, on emails. Of course, you can use them inside your own websites, your web pages, or your DApps. So this opens up the access to the blockchain to a much more, I mean, to a wider world of possibilities. Even, you know, that you can encode a URL on a QR code. So this means that you can actually be interacting now with a Cardano wallet without even being on the same device, on the same device or platform where you are actually showing the QR code. This means that you can have hardware showing QR codes, and you can, with your, for example, smartphone, scan that QR code and get interacting right away with Cardano. You can print the QR code, for example, on your shop, and make, you know, and charge your customers for payments, even now with digit or whatever, not just ADA, with just scanning the QR code. And you don't have to even code anything, or you have to code very little to accomplish that, okay? Because GameChanger solves this way of communication in a native way. You don't have to code too much to use this technology, because GameChanger, for those who understand a bit more about how wallets and application and decentralized application works, GameChanger kind of can be categorized as a wallet and a DApp at the same time. It's a bit confusing, but it's actually the truth if you check how DApps, if you check what DApps are doing on Cardano ecosystem today. DApps are building transactions and doing some very low-level stuff, you know, to communicate with Cardano. Well, on the GameChanger ecosystem of applications and use cases, this is no more the case. All this low-level interaction with the blockchain is absorbed by GameChanger. GameChanger handles that low-level coding or low-level interactions with Cardano, and offers you a very simple and easy way to give orders to the wallet in an abstract and powerful way. This is why GameChanger is different. And this is why, for those who knows about CIP30, the DApp connector standard for Cardano, here's where you can start understanding why GameChanger is different. Why we cannot go right directly to use a CIP30 design pattern to give orders to GameChanger, or maybe you can, but it's not the best way to interact with this wallet. To just finish this idea, this abstract and easy to understand but powerful way to give orders to the wallet is by a language, a scripting language that is low code. It's easy to understand. It's not a high, level complex programming language. It's very simple and it's very powerful. And this is how you can give orders to GameChanger with a scripting language. On CP30, you give small orders to the wallet. We can draw these or watch some examples, but on the other wallets, you give small, tiny orders through a communication channel between the browser extension, wallet, and, for example, websites. Small communications back and forth to allow the applications to build low-level, for example, transactions to interact with Cardano. On GameChanger, you pack a bunch of orders, a pipeline of a sequence of commands to give to the wallet, and the wallet process them in that group, in that sequence of code. That's the difference. You're not giving a lot of small orders to GameChanger wallet. You're just packing them all on a scripting language, on a DSL, domain-specific language, and you're sending all this information on these famous URLs that GameChanger uses. This is how you interact with this wallet. So I don't know if I have been very technical or not so technical enough. Let me know, please, so we can move forward or more deep inside this this topic. But this is the main difference between this wallet and other wallets. And there are a lot of benefits that this approach can offer to you all. Of course, it's a very different approach of working with a wallet, but you will discover why it's important to have alternatives, and this is a nice alternative for you all. And it was missing on Cardano, so yeah.
Okay,
So
Adrian, this was really helpful, right? This was really helpful for the approach, and you know, I'm starting to understand why, but me as a guy, me as somebody who invests in the Cardano ecosystem, I deal with my assets in kind of a centralized way. So for me, I don't know how to take advantage of this URL to help me do things in the Cardano ecosystem, right? Because in my mind, I've got to go to my centralized wallet where my shit sits, right? And so I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to take advantage of what you're doing. I think that's a big dot that I don't have connected in my head.
All right, perfect. I think I can show us and get us there quickly on that one, Steve. And that's kind of where we can address some of the things that Randall wants to see, and use these next 40 minutes to do some of that. So, Adriano, do you want to run through
it's
a
20
workstation?
minutes. We got
20 minutes.
We got
Yeah.
20 minutes to go. Yeah.
Do you want to run through a workstation or DAO setup script while I finish this, or other way around? Okay.
Yes, I would love to share screen and start showing Q if I can. I don't know, anyone want something different, or we can go through this? Okay.
I think one of you can show the case. This for me is okay.
Okay, so let's go with it. Q.
I didn't quite catch that part. Show the what exactly? Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't hear that part. Share what? Share. Repeat it, please.
Okay. No. I don't understand exactly where you want guys to go. To keep with this basic intro of wallet importing things, or to go right
Well,
explanation?
for where Steve is, how does it benefit him?
Yeah.
Ultimately, creating the wallet, he's got family, friends, manages multiple things, got workstations, so we can go there to address what Steve is talking about, and I believe it also gives a chance to show the script in action. But what I didn't hear was the question I think Sonny had put forward, or question or confirmation.
Sunny, please, can you say it again? Sorry.
Yeah, you can show us what is this one. Basically, I already see the script and I try to simulate it. But I think the best way is you can show to our colleagues here, right? So it'll be more clear. But how is the script is work?
Okay. Now I get it. So to explore more about the script, right, and the language, what you can do with it.
Yes. All right. And while we're going to do that, this is a gift wallet created from the Hard Fork Cafe to Gimbal Labs. It is a custodial wallet. I have the mnemonics and password. I can give you guys, or whoever the gift is for, the password. Drop an NFT in there for you, and then take it. It's designed to onboard quickly. I would love it if you have a chance to take a picture, take a screenshot, let us know what device, phone you're on, see if it works, etc. I'm going to drop some gimbals in there, some gimbal tokens. If you go back and check it over the next week or so, there might be things in there. Password's not going to change or anything like that. So with that being said, I'm going to go back and you know what? That's on testnet, so don't get too excited. For that gift. I'll do one on mainnet as well. We're back in the script. We're going to go to discover, and I'm going to just open this all the way up so you can see the screen. Is that good for everyone? Everybody can see it.
If you want, I can show that part.
Yep, do it. Absolutely do it. And I would certainly ask, if you're watching at home or here on the show, watch, but have this open on your wallet and go through it at the same time. It's a pretty awesome experience to do together. So do you have sharing capabilities?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying. Let me know if you are watching.
I do not see yet your screen.
Your screen. Okay.
Okay, thank you. That's what okay. Boom. I've stopped sharing, unfortunately, for every viewer who might have vertigo. You should be happy now. And now, Adri, can you share?
I thought I was already sharing. Wait, I will do it again. So okay, no.
No, you're good. I think so, right? I'm gonna check the YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hi, viewers. It's Quasar.
Okay, if everyone is watching my screen, you should be watching the GameChanger wallet open. So to go back to what we can do with this wallet. Okay, there is an echo. Okay, so Steve. So of course it depends on what kind of usage you want to or you need actually to accomplish, to do. But for example, without getting too much into specifics, I mean, regarding the apps, regarding what you can do from a DApp side, what a DApp can do with GameChanger, if we can start from scratch from a very basic real-fi use case, the most very basic thing we need and we used to do on blockchains, on cryptocurrencies, which is payments, okay? So, of course, for those who don't know, you can, like any other wallet, you can go to, for example, SmartSend, you can, pick an address, and this is a bit different because it's graphical and you can do powerful transactions here with a lot of outputs, a lot of items on them. So, for example, you can pick stuff and start sending this stuff to this address and whatever. Payments, the most common thing you can do on, with cryptocurrencies. But let's explore more the app connector side, the URL thing. So we are going to go to Discover. We are going to go to Development Center here and to Playground. So here to get started, like I always explain, you have a lot of demos, of built-in demos that you can start using to not just using them with links directly, but actually to start maybe creating full-featured apps around them, like use them for some parts of the apps and start growing around them. So the most basic one, the default one, is the coin sending demo. As I explained before, instead of giving small orders one after another one to this wallet from the app, to interact with Cardano, you have to pack a group of commands, of orders to give to the wallet, for the wallet to execute them one by one and actually do the stuff you want the wallet to do. So what's different here, for example, different from CIP30 standard from the other wallets, is that you don't usually go right to the app connector technology, to the bridge, the connection with the wallets, the other wallets, and you don't give orders directly to them, because that's considered maybe something advanced, something that a user should not be doing manually. This is not the same thing on GameChanger. You can do both things. You can have a DApp giving orders to the wallet, or you can, as a user, give orders in the same way to a wallet, and it doesn't care. It's possible, and both are valid use cases. So we are going to try and explore this, not the DApp use case, the use case where you can use the same way to communicate with the wallet, but from a user standpoint, from basic stuff that users can do with blockchain technology. So in this case, this code is going to create a transaction for us, for the builder of the code, for the one that creates this code. It's going to be doing a transaction to an address. Let me start again so I can be more clear from the beginning. You're going to be creating here what I call a DApp connection that has this code inside. This code is going to create a transaction. Steve, imagine that this wallet is yours, okay? That this wallet is yours, that you are the one creating this code. So here, you can set, I'm not going to explain the full code right now, just a glimpse so you can get the idea, and then we can go deeper. This part is very clear. What it does is defining outputs of a transaction. Here you have an address, okay, and an asset and an amount. An asset, like in this case, is ADA, and you have an amount. Those are Lovelaces, okay, but it's an amount of ADA, and this is an address. So the idea is that we don't know nothing about this technology. So what is this going to be doing? Is going to create a transaction to send one ADA to this address. Okay? Okay, but why this is useful to me? Okay, maybe have you ever needed to charge for a service, to charge for, I mean, to make someone make you a payment on Cardano, a payment of ADA, a payment of an NFT, or any other token? Well, if that's the case, if that's the case, this is how GameChanger can help you very easily. So remember, this code can be turned into a URL. Okay, so if you go to connect here, under this button, or for example here, more clearly here, you have the link already created for you. The link that embeds, that compresses this code inside. So if I copy this URL and I send actually this URL to you guys, I'm going to show what happens on my side, but I'm going to be sharing this to you right now. So I've sent this URL to you on the chat of this Zoom call. Q, maybe if you can help me putting that link on the Miro board, that would be awesome, please. So what happens on another user wallet that opens this link is this. I'm going to like emulate that situation. Okay. Let's go once again. So I have just opened this link, and I am another user. Okay, I'm not Steve, I am another user. So this pops up, GameChanger opens. The idea is that the user has his own wallet loaded, or maybe not. That can be a thing also, because you can use this technique also to fastly, to very quickly onboard people. So this is actually the app connector taking place here, and you can send that. You can see that you can have like a title and a description here on this request to another user wallet. And if we move on with this, what is the app connector built for, we can put the password here of the wallet, and we can move on. And you're going to see.
And Adriano, let this run through. We've got 5 minutes left, so let's just see if we can get this to go through as quick as possible and get some questions in, or
okay,
some summaries. Yeah,
I'm going to make it as fast as possible. So, like any other wallet, you are asked to sign a transaction. You can see here on the UTXOs that you are going to be sending this one ADA to the address that was set on that script, on that code. I can say yes here, and this is going to be sent. This transaction is going to be sent to the blockchain. So what we have done was, right now, without a DApp, very directly, is to make someone pay us a simple transaction of 1 ADA. We have just charged someone else in the world who opened this URL 1 ADA. Okay, and this is just one thing that you can be doing with this technology, because you can do a lot of other stuff. If we go to the code, and I'm sorry we don't have enough time, but if we check how the code is designed, okay, you're going to see, for example, this is named as stages, these blocks of code, these parts. So this differs from CAP30 in the way I told you. You give a sequence of orders. This is like coding, programming, like a part of your DApp or the part of the code that interacts with the wallet to be run directly by the wallet from within the wallet, from inside. So, for example, the result of this part of the code that creates the transaction is going to be used by this other part of the code that, if you check what this does, signs the transaction. So on this block of code, you actually build the transaction you want. This transaction is a raw transaction. It does not have any signatures. So in this part of the code, you instruct the wallet to sign that transaction. And in this part, for example, of the code, the transaction that has been signed here is going to be submitted to the blockchain. And the last part, that this is the part where you can start playing with the apps, is that you can define arbitrary data to go back from this execution of this code back to your DApps, for example. So you can decide what you want to get back from this execution, and just, I don't know about how much time do we have left, but
We're going to wrap
understand.
now, but this is a great place to pick it up next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep these sessions to 14:30 to 1600 UTC, because that's what we promised folks, and we want to honor that time.
Okay.
But yeah, can we pick up here next week? I feel like now you're really starting to get to the heart of what's possible, especially for a live coding session. And so this is good background. And yeah, let's connect for just a moment after we stop the live stream. But this is a good spot.
Okay. Last words?
You guys, thanks for getting us to here. And I really appreciate it. The hardest part is starting something. And I think we have a place to grow from today. And I'm excited to do that with you guys.
Okay, James, thanks.
Thank you, sir. We're excited as well.
To anybody who's tuning in, we're going to be doing this experiment for a few weeks, or maybe longer. GameChanger live coding, and that'll be at 14:30 UTC on Tuesdays. You can find the registration links at gimbalabs.com/calendar and plutuspbl.io/live coding. All right, looking forward to seeing everybody soon. Have a good one.